Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video I have a very cool ASSA lock for you. It's the ASSA Guideline. Now this is a pretty rare ASSA lock that is used in the German market. I'm not sure if it's still produced, but still it's a pretty rare lock, so let's take a look at it. So on the key we can see top bitting, of course, but there is also a side bitting. There is like a groove on the side of the key. So there is some kind of secondary locking mechanism. The housing also suggests that because there is a sidebar groove, but this is like a universal housing for more than one ASSA lock. This is a typical groove for the ASSA twin style locks. The plug itself can tell us already something interesting about it. So on the top we have 6 chambers with barrel milling. You can see multiple layers of this counter milling. On the side we have 3 slots for ball bearings. I will show these later. And we'll also have slots for side pins. So let's just get the top pins out of the way because they are just your normal ASSA barrels. Okay, pretty sure you all have seen these. And let's take a look at the secondary locking mechanism because that is pretty unique. I haven't seen that in any lock. So we have 3 side pins. I showed you that we have 5 chambers for the side pins, but in this lock there are only 3 side pins. So what does this side pin look like? It's pretty smooth, apart from the fact that in the middle there is like a round detent, you can see. And I'm not sure if it's visible, but above that detent there is like one more tiny, also a round detent, but it's really shallow. And I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a false gate or something because I didn't feel it during the picking process, but that's the only thing I can think about. So I guess there's a false gate, but it's not very effective. The main thing that's interesting is this round detent. And this is the shoulder of the, let's take a different one, of the side pin. Well, this is actually the thing that interacts with the key, and this is the thing that you are lifting with your flag when picking this lock. So how does this lock work? Well, I already told you that there are 3 holes on the side of the plug, and in these 3 holes are resting these 3 ball bearings. So normally when the lock is in the locked position, let me install one of these. There are of course these side pins in place. Let me just use my hand for this, might be better. Okay, so we have these side pins there, and you can see, I hope, that maybe you can't, that in this position you cannot, or there is no, this round cutout I showed you on the side pin is not flush with this hole. But if you lift that side pin, you can see, I hope, or you can imagine that this round cutout gets exposed in this hole. And now we can add these ball detents, or ball bearings, excuse me. So in locked position, these ball bearings are sticking out from the plug. They would like to go inside, but they cannot because they are blocked by the side pin. But as soon as the key, or you as the picker, lifts this side pin, this ball bearing can fall into the cutout on that side pin and becomes flush with the plug, and the plug can rotate. So a pretty cool mechanism. As I said, I haven't seen this ever in any other lock, and that's the way this guideline basically works. So you can see that I can actually place this ball bearing into this round cutout, and it just sits there. So pretty cool. And how to pick this lock? Well, I will not go through the details of picking barrel spools because I already talked about it in previous videos, and there are many videos that demonstrate it. So, barrel spools, and for the side pins, actually they are not too difficult. Honestly, I couldn't feel the false gates at all if they are supposed to be false gates. I just lifted them. This lock does not isolate completely, but it's not too important when will you pick the sidebar. You just get some barrels into position and the side pins start to bind, and as soon as they do, you just lift them, click them once, and they stay there. They are set. So for it, I was using the Spooks R flag, and for the barrels, I was using first this hook 7 from Peterson, and then when the barrels were binding already hard and they were in the milling, I grabbed this hook number 5, which is always good for barrel spools. So yeah, pretty cool lock, pretty rare. So let's go ahead and get it picked. Okay, let's go. Let's try the key. Works. Perfect. Well, let's go clockwise. And let's start by applying really heavy tension and start setting those barrels. Super weak feedback, which is pretty normal for barrels. And just give each one a little push until you feel that the resistance stops, and you will feel that as you go through them over and over again, you start getting better and better feedback, and they start offering you more resistance. Okay, nice clear out of 2 now. Definitely getting something more out of 4 and 5. If you find a pair of ping-ponging barrels, you can also just keep jumping from one to another. Like 4, 5, 4, 5. And you might speed up the whole process of getting the barrels into the milling. Okay. Keep getting some nice feedback, so I just continue what I'm doing. I don't want to overset anything, obviously. Okay, so this lock does not have a certain point or definite point where the sidebar is ready to be set, or the side pins can be done. Basically, not at any time, but you can do it as soon as you lift some barrels up. Okay, so I just got a click out of 3. Now a little click out of 1. Okay, I think the side pins are fine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue with setting my barrels until I get some kind of full set. Actually, let me grab this deeper hook now. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is somewhere up there. I think it's good. Okay, something out of 5. See, still these 2 guys, 4 and 5, they keep sort of ping-ponging. A little click out of 2. 5, it's really loose now. Nothing's happening over there. Another click on 2, but okay. Now we're talking, some better feedback. Okay, I'm definitely feeling the barrel making its way through the milling now on some pins. So we are on the right path for sure. Okay, there's the full set. Nice. So 1 and 2 are Good for now. 3 definitely is not. So let's give him some pushes. Okay. Okay, he feels pretty springy now. 4. Springy. 5. Springy. Okay, what about 6? Okay, some clicks out of 6. Let's go back to 1 and 2, both are fine. So is 3, I think. Yeah, it should be. 4 is up there. 5 is here. Okay, 6 again. Okay, I'm not gonna force 6 for now. I got 2 clicks out of him. 3 is dropped. Okay, that was like a big click or multiple clicks at the same time. Hopefully I didn't overset anything. It doesn't feel that way for now. Okay, 2 is dropped. Or is it? This? Come on. Okay, that was a pretty violent click, but looks like it was a necessary one. Okay, nothing on 4. Okay, 5 is dropped, I think. Click on 5. Now it's springy. Okay, actually let me grab a shell overhook for this pin 6. Click there. Is that all from your body? I'm getting counter rotation, which is usually not a good thing when you are forcing a barrel up. So let me check the other pins, just to be sure. Counter rotation usually means you are oversetting a barrel, but sometimes it doesn't. Well, I think it's 6 anyway. Don't have the best feeling about it though. It's always difficult towards the end of the peak to detect the correct barrel. But this feels really springy, even when I apply really hard tension, still springy. So even 5. Well, I guess it has to be 6 then, right? It was. Okay, so that weird counter rotation kind of threw me off because, as I said, usually when you are picking barrels you don't want counter rotation. But towards the end of the peak I found that sometimes if you have like 1 or 2 barrels remaining, you can get counter rotation. Okay, so let's get this. So we have this usual fat ASSA circlip back here. I think I can somehow pry it off, hopefully. Okay, so I will straighten it later, but for now I will just sort of bend it out. Please. Please go away, Mr. Clip. This is exactly the clip that I would need these circle pliers. Come on. Nobody is watching this, right? Who would watch me? Remove the circle. Okay, there it is. Very elegant, as you can see. No problems. Actually, a follower would be nice. It's always a nice thing to have. Okay. And we can gut. So, like this. Okay. Get out. Good. So first, let me drop these ball bearings. 1, 2, 3. I think they're pretty much identical. But anyway, let's just keep them organized for good feeling. Now I guess we can dump the key pins. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, quickly rearrange these. Okay, let me just show you the counter milling before I forget. I don't know if it's visible. Okay, actually I never removed these side pins, so let's see what happens. Okay, I just removed the key and nothing is actually flying out. So I guess I have to tap these out. So this is 1. Okay, it's out. 2. Man, these are some solid side pins. 3. Okay. No springs there. Okay. Right. So, drivers. There's the front, so we can start on 1 and 2. Nice jump. And 3. And 4 and 5 and 6. Cool. Okay. Springs. Nice. Okay, we have everything out. Perfect. Let me show the pins real quick, so you can see that indeed we have barrels. Okay, here we have them. 6 barrels, 3 side pins, 3 ball bearings and 1 bent circle. Okay guys, thanks for watching anyway. Hope to see you soon with the next video. Until then, have a nice day and see ya.